Yeah, baby. What's shaking, man? Hope you had a fantastic weekend. What a weird weekend, man. Football was crazy this weekend. The Auburn Tigers kind of saw that coming. Man, I thought for sure they'd get within the 30, but and Brian Harsin is frustrated. I got news for you. Your fan base is frustrated too. It's Monday. It's about 48 hours after your loss, and I'm surprised you still got your gig, man. But it's the whole Seinfeld meme, like, Jerry, they won't fire me. It's pretty funny. Alabama escapes with their life. I don't know what in the world Jimbo Fisher was thinking with that play call at the end of the game, but I thank the Lord that Jimbo calls his own football games because they had it right there, man. You know, it's funny because I do a lot of sports radio still. I did some stuff for CBS this weekend, and I was on the Jay Barker Radio Network with Lars Anderson, those guys. And you watch College Game Day, and everybody loved Alabama just lay the wood to A&M this past weekend for a lot of different reasons. First of all, because of the Nick Saban, Jimbo Fisher NIL thing. Second reason, of course, they beat Alabama last year. Third of all, A&M's offense was non-existent. They were like 130th or worse ranked in everything offensively. And even with Milroe in there, who looked pretty good, in lots of parts of the game last weekend against Arkansas, everyone just thought that Alabama was going to lay the wood. It was at home. I mean, when are we going to learn, man? We're talking about 18, 19, and 20-year-old kids. It's all about matchups. And it turned out to be a heck of a lot closer than I think a lot of people wanted to see. And it came down to the last play of the game. It was fun to watch. It was a fantastic game. But, I mean, everybody loved Alabama to just blow them out by 50 points. And how many times do we have to see this script to know that you got to play the game, right? Congratulations to the Crimson Tide getting it done. They did drop a couple places, number 3, no big deal. Who gives a rip? Saw the UAB Blazers, thanks to Mark Ingram, Brad Hardikoff, and their entire crew for taking care of us this past weekend. They had a huge win against MTSU, which was a lot of fun. And then my Cincinnati Bengals. Dude, watching the game last night, they lose on a last-minute field goal. You know, it's weird because you watch these games, right, and you get up with about a minute and a half, 2 minutes left in a football game, whether it's college or professional football, and all day, teams aren't moving the football. I mean, the Baltimore Ravens had 16 points going that last drive, and you just knew they were going to lose. It's like why, if you went into every drive thinking, okay, a 2-minute offense, what would happen if you just ran a 2-minute offense the entire day? I bet you'd score 75,000 points. Anyway, I hope you had a great weekend. I hope your team won, and we'll look forward to the great week of college football. We have some monster shows we're doing today. We're kicking it off with the 4 new shows we're going to record today. We have Dark Side of the Pooch with Dr. Rab Stewart, the Rossbridge Animal Hospital. I missed him last week, so looking forward to catching up with him. Mission Minor with Michael Coleman from the Montgomery Food Bank, formerly the Jimmy Hill Mission. We're going to have him on. We have a great show called Need to Know with Kip Kiefer. He's the only person that's got 2 shows on Tony Kurre Radio on the TKR podcast platform. He does Need to Know and Want to Bet. Had some great picks. Last couple of weeks, he's on fire, man. He has been picking his you-know-what off. But he's got a show called Need to Know. And then a brand new show we started a couple weeks ago called Students of the Game. 3 college kids talking college football. I'm sure they'll have a great take on Brian Harsin, the Alabama Crimson Tide, the Jimbo Fisher, lousy call, and everything else. We're recording all those shows today. So make sure you listen to TKR. Just download the TKR app or go search Tony Kurre Radio Podcast. That's Kurre with a K, Tony Kurre Radio Podcast. You can listen to thousands of shows. We have some great shows. It's wonderful. Al Cooper, good morning to you, brother. Stop writing me and do some work. We do have some special things going on today. It is Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s birthday. He turns 48. David Lee Roth turns 68. I had the distinct pleasure of bringing David Lee Roth on the 5 Points Music Hall down in Southside, 15 years ago, 12 years ago. And he was still wearing the suspenders without the shirt, still had the hairy chest thing on. It was like the last time I'd seen David Lee Roth as the David Lee Roth that we want to remember him by. He was the skinny Elvis, not the fat Elvis. And he had a tour bus, and I got a chance to he's like, come on the tour bus. So it was just me and him on this tour bus. And dude, the women pushing the bus was crazy. I mean, it was a mob. We're talking like women, anything from like 19-year-olds to like 79-year-olds. Pressing up against the bus, rocking the bus while he's on the bus. David Lee Roth's got it going on, but not anymore. David Lee Roth turns 68 today. And my good friend, he would have been 76 today. If you ever got a chance to go see John Prine when he was around, Jimmy Burney, good morning to you. Man, if you ever want to have some fun, I know a lot of people, John Prine fans are huge John Prine fans, huge John Prine fans. If you're a John Prine fan, you know what I'm talking about. But if you never listened to John Prine today on his birthday, celebrate by just going to iTunes or whatever and Google John Prine music and listen to a couple of his songs, and you will be entertained, to say the least. He's got some pretty goofy stuff out there. So happy birthday to John Prine. Today is Hug a Drummer Day today. Today is Squid and Cuttlefish Day. I don't know. Today is U.S. Naval Academy Day. We thank you for your service. Today is World Homeless Day. Today is World Mental Health Day. Today is Columbus Day, which means if you're planning on doing some banking today, it ain't going to happen. Brian Les, good morning to you, man. It's great catch up with you last week, Brian. No banks open today. It's Columbus Day. And today is also Indigenous Peoples Day, which I guess came into play as a national holiday a couple of years ago. And a lot of times we just say things and we pretend we know what they actually mean, and we have no clue. And when I think of Indigenous Peoples Day, the first thing I think of is the Indian culture, right? I was born up in Cincinnati, Ohio, up in Westchester, and everything up there is named after Indians. Did you realize like 36 of our states are named after Indian names? I mean, Dakotas, Illinois, just go pull it up and see how many states the United States are named after Indians. It's pretty amazing. I went to Hopewell Elementary. I was a Lakota Thunderbird. Pretty amazing stuff. So I did some homework today. I wanted to find out what exactly does indigenous mean. Indigenous, also referred to as First Peoples, are culturally distinct ethnic groups whose members are directly descended from the earliest known inhabitants of a particular geographic region. Whoa! So really, indigenous can be anybody. Indigenous people, if you're the first one to get to a particular geographic location and you've been there your entire life, you're considered indigenous. So today is Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. So if that is you, Happy Indigenous Peoples Day today. But yeah, all the banks and stuff are closed, so check it out. Also coming up here, today's the 10th, so we got 21 more days till Halloween, but coming up here on October 29th, we're going to be down at Workplay. My good friend David Merlin, who is a paranormal illusionist, he is great. He's been with Simon Cowell, he's been on AGT, he's been on Penn and Teller, he's done stuff with David Copperfield. The guy's been everywhere. He's done cruise ships. Pretty amazing guy. He's really, really good, and a funny guy too. He's got this alter ego named Jack, which is fantastic. He's going to be doing a show down at Workplay. It's going to be unlike any Halloween night you've ever had. It's going to be fantastic. October 29th down at Workplay. Go to workplay.com. Get your cheap tickets, and you're going to have a full night of entertainment. We're going to have an opening act. I'm working on getting Elvira down there. We're going to have a great Halloween time. Should be a lot of fun down there coming up on October 29th. So make sure you get your tickets through Workplay and workplay.com. And again, download the TKR app. TKR or Tony Kurre Radio on Android, and listen to all of our podcasts. They're fantastic. I think you're going to love those. Full week of great shows that you're going to be hearing right here on Tony Kurre Radio. I'll be checking in again with you later on tomorrow morning, and of course throughout the entire day on all of our shows on the TKR app on Tony Kurre Radio. We're going to be, Dr. Josh and I, back out by the fire pit again on Thursday. What's up, Brandon Dog? And we'll also be on Fox 6 doing our weekly hit. We've been on Fox 6 2-3 times a week over the last several weeks. We greatly appreciate the partnership with WBRC and Fox 6 every single week. My radio partner, Dr. Josh, a little under the weather, so hopefully he'll be back coming up on Thursday. Should be a great week. I hope you have a blessed week. I hope a fantastic week. Keep loving your heart. Do the right things. And we greatly appreciate you watching this morning on Facebook Live. And now go tune over to TKR for more Tony Kurre Live and great classic rock and great shows. Al Cooper, don't forget him too, CoosaValleyAutoSale.com. Check out his website, one of our great sponsors. And also a brand new show coming up called Home Field Advantage with Seth Smith. It's going to be a great show. We're going to be starting that. We got so many shows, man. So much work going on. It's fantastic. It's great. Love you guys. See ya. Have a great day.